I'm going to throw 3 bowls. The first one is 1 kilogram or 2 pounds, and I'm going to throw it using a wooden rib and a metal rib. To center, I just squeeze the clay. Come up a little bit, and then I use these 3 fingers to compress the bottom to make a mushroom. In doing this, I now have the top of the mushroom, which is very easy to center. The first motion is to open, and I do that with using 2 thumbs to go in, and I can feel where the top of the mushroom is, and that's how I know how far to put my thumbs in. The second pull is the claw pull, just using these fingers like this. And I keep a sponge in my right hand so I can keep lubricating. And I use this part of my hand to support the outer edge of the wall. I come up, leave a little bit of thickness on the top. Now, since I'm going to make a bowl, the lip of the rim is going to be too thin if it's just like this and I expand it like that. So I solve that problem by doing a rolling of the lip like that. Now this gives extra thickness at the top, so the lip won't be too thin. Then the pull is a finger pull, and I do that by just putting my fingers, squeezing the wall and coming up. And this sets the thickness of the wall. Now I'm going to feel and see if the thickness is about right. I need to thin it a little more on the bottom, but that thickness feels just about right. Now I'm going to use a rib to smooth the bottom. So this rib, you push straight down to the bottom, gently on the bottom, and then push out and come up gently like that. And that creates a nice smooth bottom without that hump over the foot ring. And then I'm going to shape the outside with a metal rib, with a sponge on the inside. Come out like that. Take a look. Looks about right. Now I'm going to compress the lip and roll it out just a little bit, squeeze it, compress it, and roll it a little bit out. Okay? Then take the water out from the inside. Okay, that's finished. Now the next one I'm going to make is using just my hands in order to give it a little bit more organic or personal look, where it's not quite so perfect a piece like the wooden rib and the metal rib will give. So I'm going to make my mushroom, do the opening with my thumbs, do the claw pull, roll the lip. Now the finger pull. Compress the rim. Now usually when you do the finger pull like that, it's too much of a V and you want to make it roll out a little bit more. So I take a sponge on the inside, compress it a bit, just roll it out like that. Compress the bottom. Now take a look, need these to go out a little more. More. Okay. I'm going to roll the lip out a little bit. So what you may notice is that this shape is a rice bowl shape or a tea bowl shape, kind of like the Edo Japanese tea bowls. But it's very functional. and pleasant to use. Now I'm going to use a 2 kilogram piece, or 4 pounds. This is about the biggest bowl that I like to make. It fits what I call the physiologic imperative, that it's easy to handle. If you make a huge bowl, which is possible, it's just hard to glaze, hard to handle, and this size works for me. I rarely make anything bigger. Centering, again, I just squeeze it. Come up a little bit, like that. Now I'm going to go down, make the mushroom by pushing in my bottom 3 fingers, like that. I'm going to center the top. Now I'm going to open my thumbs, go down to where my top of the mushroom is. Now I have water on my sponge. I'm going to support the wall with my palm. Squeeze the water out of the sponge as I'm coming up. I leave the rim a little bit thick. Again, I like to roll the lip to make sure I have enough thickness when I finish the piece. Now I'm going to do the first pull, finger pull. Come up like that in a kind of a slow, steady motion. Get to the top. Now I'm going to compress that a little bit. Now I'm going to check the thickness of the wall. And I see that it's about right, but I'm going to thin the wall a little bit with one more pull. Notice that my thumb is touching my hand here, so each hand knows where the other one is. Now I could use the rib at this point, but I'm not going to do that because I like the more organic, homemade or handmade look, which means not quite perfect. So I'm compressing the bottom, and I'm just coming out, pushing against the outside sponge, like that. Now I'm going to concentrate on making a nice transition from the wall to the bottom. Here's where it's easy to get that hump right over the foot ring, which is right there. And it's not easy. It still shows up sometimes. Now I go to the outside, do the shaping, that little more outside bottom push, that, recheck the inside curve. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to compress the rim, and I'm putting my thumbnail right against the lip in order to create a better looking lip. You want to have clear transition between the wall and the lip. I'm rolling it out just a little bit. Now I'm going to take the water out of the inside, and I'm going to take another look at the contour. Looks good. Okay, that is how to make a 4-pound bowl. Thank you for watching.